and welcome to the Harmony of Minds podcast. Now, Harmony of Minds is a mental health initiative that brings about mental health awareness through the creative arts and innovation. Now, today on Harmony of Mind podcast, let me just talk something small about Harmony of Mind podcast. Harmony of Mind podcast is a mental health podcast that talks to individuals in the creative and innovative sector, and we just talk so much about mental health, resilience stories, how creatives are making it in this economy today. So we are not only based with stories in Uganda, but stories in Uganda and beyond. And today we are having a phenomenal creative today with us. His name is Athilai. He's going to be speaking the rest more. Yes, please, Athilai. Is that even the right pronunciation?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Wow, wow.
You're so punctual in picking.
Wow, that's interesting.
I'm Duhira Ismail Athalai. I'm a Ugandan, and I'm a director of Soulscape Institute of Creative Arts and Mental Wellbeing. As well, I'm a tour operator, and I'm a social entrepreneur, working on day by day to experience and take a social life into a creative way. Yeah, and I'm so blessed to share this space with you.
Wow.
And to be here with you. Thank you so much.
Wow, we are also blessed as well. And I remember we met in a creative space, but also a mental health space, where you were talking about dementia and Alzheimer's awareness, and it was such a beautiful experience. Where people came together, and then we're just like a community of people that were passionate about the arts. What really ignited that for you?
First of all, the evening was called From the Inside Out, like a reflection and a connection evening with artists.
Yes.
Where we were trying to bring the isolated artists who have, or to bring some artists who have been going through some mental challenges, but they have no audience to speak to, though they have a big audience to listen to them. So on that it started from the we said, from the inside out. It was one of our theater dance production, which was created to do awareness and advocating for mental health.
Yes.
And as you know, mental health, it's a large word, and there are so many things under mental health. There's dementia, there's Alzheimer's, there's depression. There's a lot of things.
Yes.
So this night was inspired from the production we made, because it was the first time, and then we didn't want to stop there. We didn't want to just stop by showing the people the show, but to invite various artists who could come and share their story, and the audience can ask them, they can ask them, who can, like an open society, like an open community where everyone feel welcome.
Wow. It was actually, congratulations, because it really fit your vision. You're talking about it right now, and the vision, I saw that is what exactly happened, because creatives came together. There was a lot of reflection. It was not only the people who were paneling, but also the people who were in the audience. They were giving in their own insight, and how they deal with mental health. And I believe that was such a beautiful interaction between, professionals and also the people that are having a lived experience with mental health.
Yes.
Wow. When it comes to dance, how did you get into dance?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because I believe dance, it's a language.
Yeah.
It's a native language, and it's a spiritual language.
Yes, true.
In so many cultures or countries. So I lived on the street for like 7 years. While I was growing up, I had some challenging, tough stories as I was growing up.
Yes.
And from my time I spent on the street, living there, I was engaging into different habits, which I think were just just flowing with them, going like doing things which are, I don't know.
Um,
Anyone who hasn't lived on the
Risky
street can, yeah,
behavior.
risk
Yeah.
behaviors who can.
Yeah.
So by then, one day, but I met. There's one of a boy who we lived with on the street, but he was a bit of Christian and he was bit of feeling, and then he started dancing at the in Zambia at a BPU.
Okay.
I was dancing b-boy and so on.
Yeah, yeah.
So when he came and was dancing, I really got so interested in dancing. So I started dancing.
Yeah.
I started joining him, and luckily, dance became my drug to release,
Oh,
to to express
express.
myself.
Yeah.
And then there's a moment where I reached and I was like, I feel like what I'm doing is not what I'm supposed to do, because
Yes.
I have lost people. Like people who I grew up,
Yes,
most
yes.
of them they are dead because of the the decision they made
Yes,
to
yes,
take. So
yes.
I chose to start dancing, and then I started dancing like by learning, and luckily I I got a chance to perform on one of the festivals, which was in Kampala.
Oh.
Like a small festival. I called it. I forgot the name. It was one of the German organized German Gotha Zentrum festivals.
Got Zentrum. Okay, yeah, yeah.
So after performing there, I got a really good feeling, and then I saw different artists, because I just used to do like b-boy, these power moves. But then I realized that dance is not just about doing the same thing,
Yes,
because
yes.
everyone, when you come to battle, they're all doing the same freezes, you do the same dancing. But then there's this guy I saw on YouTube was called Kaurak. He was from Senegal,
Yeah.
and the way he was dancing, it was more like someone
Expressing.
who's going deep into themselves, and they create a story.
Wow.
And I think my soul had a story to speak, but I needed to have a portal
Yeah.
or a way
An
to
express
an
from
express
place.
yeah,
Okay, yeah,
where I
yeah.
can do that. So I really admired that style, and it's some people they call it African traditional contemporary dance, or some people they call it contemporary African dance. Some people they call it African traditional practical noun movement. So it's more of how you feel and how you
Yes.
want to communicate. So you use your body to tell a story. And then I started doing that. I taught myself. I started coming here at the National Theatre.
Yes,
I
yes.
met some big artists who I met when I was young.
Yeah.
And I met Oscar, Jonas, Droba, like there were so many, Walter,
Uncle
and I was
Walter,
really
yeah.
young, and they were motivating me, and they pushed me, and they challenged me until I really got into an audience where I
Yeah.
felt like people, they see me, and I don't know where these people come from. People, they love me so much.
Yeah.
People, they
Wow.
give me so much. People, they
Wow.
like, my life is changing in the way that I
Not
don't know how
expecting, yeah.
yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
like, just because I chose to do a right move to change my perspective from this,
Yeah.
and to consistently focus on this. And then in 2015,
Yeah.
I started traveling. I
Wow.
went in Poland,
Wow.
Germany,
Wow.
Croatia, Czech, like different countries, just to dance. And I don't know how this was happening. Like
Wow.
you'll be there and you meet some people in the bar, just you dance, and then someone is like, "Hey, you a dancer?" "Yeah, I'm a dancer, man." And it's like, "Show me your dance." And then you spend like 2 times with the 2 weeks, and it's like, "Okay, I know a festival, you can go and perform there." So after that experience, uh, in 2018, when I returned back from Germany, I wanted to change my perspective from my career or
Yeah.
from dancing. So I went back to the street. I have an organization which was called Triumph Foundation. So I went back to the street to rescue some of the kids on
Yes,
on the
yes.
street, and to feed them some food. Like I had a project where I could go there every Wednesday, and we cook food for them, and we call them, we mentor them, we talk to them because they take so much drugs and they are really young kids. So we involve them in different activities, and we don't want to promise them that we're gonna change their lives, but we more like, okay, you come, we eat together, we play, because when they are too hard, they are always like this. So when they come, we run, we play football, uh, they wash their clothes, they eat some good food that day, and they get some good words from Uncle Athilai or Uncle Ronnie, or even then I took her there so to see this, and then I wanted to change more because I think I am more emotional, and I'm more someone who feels a lot, because I had a journey which I don't blame to be here still, and I'm very proud that I can still be able to challenge myself mentally. Because sometimes the hardest thing is when you learn how to communicate with yourself, you can learn how to control everything. It's like a power mind. Because some people, they cannot sit there and be like, okay, and then you talk to yourself, and your mind tells you, okay, don't do this, and be like, okay, I'm not gonna do that.
That inner conversation. Wow,
so I
that's so
think it's very
beautiful.
powerful.
That's so powerful.
Yeah.
You know, like one thing that I know about creativity, and that's something that I personally advocate for, is people using their creativity to express.
Yeah.
Because we have been taught to keep it together, to control, and yet sometimes you have to let it go, to let the thoughts to release and let the thoughts go. Like how you said, having a conversation with yourself. We usually have conversations with myself, but with ourselves, just that we have them internally. You sit, that thought is the thinking is having the conversation with yourself.
With you,
But then, how about if you actually say the word? You're like,
to
but
yourself.
you know what? I think I'm going to go to the shop and then go maybe buy something and make talk. Like it is okay.
It is,
actually,
and there are people you meet on the street, and they are talking like that, and someone will be like, that one is
they
bewitched.
are mad, or
That
they are
one is
bewitched.
mad. That one
Yes.
is.
And yet it is how the brain has to process. You understand? Well, I
you got
love
it
that
right.
story. Yeah. I love what you're talking about, because I have an experience with that. I remember one time I was, going through like really a lot. And I was, like how you becoming from the shop, and then you're talking to yourself. Because sometimes when you forget, you face the whole world out, and then you wake up, kids are pointing at you. And I'm like, you don't know.
You don't know what I'm going
reach
through.
there. Don't worry. You don't worry. Because at the end of the day, because that is part of growing. You understand? I have had so many instances where the elderly people, they say, yeah, that has been an experience that I've had. And not one, not two, but around like 20. Like that was a point in my life where I had to talk to myself. Yeah. And wow, that's so beautiful. So you've talked about your experience being on the street and engaging in risky behavior, and also like going back to the community and giving back. Please, I would love you to encourage people out there that are doing this kind of activations, because I know quite a number of people that really go into communities. Some people go in the refugees, in at the street, like all these other different places. Please encourage them, because sometimes it's tough out there. Please.
So I believe that being an artist, it's a big talent, and that's why everyone is an artist in their own way.
Yes.
But understanding art and an artist, it's different.
True.
Art is something that is already been printed there. An artist is someone who visualized that thing to put it there.
Yes.
So, and then you will see that there are so many artists used to change this world in so much revolution. And artists have so much power to change so many things.
Yeah, true.
Artists, even if a local artist could go and in Kamoch on the small stage and dance on the stage there, and people could come. But what kind of message are you giving to the people? And that's when the government comes in to control the artist or the art industry.
They want to control because
to
they
use,
are powerful.
it's powerful, and they use you because when you say you're gonna sing a song about politics and you're gonna hear this person, like when you see from a long revolution from Fela Kuti, from Bob Marley, Lucky Dube. So all of those people, their voice was really big, and you don't have to be big
Yeah,
to have
to have
an
impact.
impact
Yeah.
on the society.
Mm.
Uh, and I also believe that every artist should have this conversation with themselves as well. Like,
Yes.
what kind of art do I give to
Mm.
the community,
Mm.
and what do I? Because art before was for the community, because
Mm.
you cannot raise a child alone.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that child will grow up as
Mm.
a boundant or barbarian
Mm.
somewhere else.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
then when a child is raised in the community,
Mm.
then there
Mm.
is so much vision for them, and there
Mm.
is a future for the community,
Mm.
that he will do or she will do the same thing, and they will do
Mm.
the same thing. And that's how we have been raised.
Mm.
Before, you could walk on the street and you meet people, they drum, they're dancing, you meet people,
Yeah.
they eat, they invite you, you just
Mm-hmm.
eat. But now, even to watch someone drumming, you have to pay.
Yeah.
But which is good to sustain
Mm.
an artist's
Yeah.
uh, uh,
Sustain the
the
creativity and the
creativity
artists.
and the artists.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
I would end by saying that as artists,
Mm. Mm.
we should also believe, like, art is not an investment. Art is a
Mm.
talent,
Yeah, it's a
and
gift.
and that's why you see so many
Yeah.
artists who
Mm.
have money. They don't invest. They invest it in different things.
Mm.
But those things they invest in things which returns back to the community.
Yeah, which are not even related to the art
Yeah, which
itself.
are not even related
Real
to that.
estate
We
and
are,
what have you. Yeah.
yeah, and so you don't have to feel ashamed or to feel like you have to do something big, but you just have to feel what you communicate with yourself as an artist. What you feel is right to paint, what you
Yeah.
feel is right to give, what you feel is yeah,
Wow. Wow.
because you never know who's receiving what you give.
Wow. If we are to go back a little bit to mental health, why do you think? Because right, it is in these coming years. I think after COVID, that people are now starting to involve creativity into mental well-being. But why do you think it was a point where there was a certain point whereby creativity and artistry was outside of the mental health scope?
Yeah, like I said, it was manipulated by the system. That
Oh.
the artist, you need to focus about buying chains,
Eh.
buying code shows, driving a
True.
good car,
True. It
and
was PRN.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
wow.
it is a big. It was a big change, and as an artist, I believe um, you need to have a right mental state
Yeah.
to create, and there is no right mental state in this world,
Yeah, true.
because everyone is
Everyone
crazy,
has, yeah.
and everyone is right, everyone is wrong. So
Yeah, yeah.
you will never be on.
You know,
You
you're
never have
talking
someone.
about that. Someone told me that your your delusion is your reality. Like
Uh,
there's always two
to
perceptions
perception,
to a
yeah,
truth.
yeah.
So it is yours is not the ultimate truth, yours is not the ultimate truth.
And that's what Dina, she always tells me,
Yeah.
because we always had an argument, and she's like, no, uh, there is only your truth
Yeah.
and my truth. By the end of the time,
Yeah.
it's just our perspective and our
Yes, true.
opinion. So
True.
we cannot so spend the time arguing on one thing
Yeah, yeah.
when you can, okay, it's just my feeling, it's my opinion, okay, it's your opinion.
Yeah, because like people have experienced the world differently. Obviously, it may rain. Then there is someone who'll be like, "Oh, I have to walk to the in the rain." Then the farmer is very happy. It's a very good season because my crops are good. But then someone who's maybe having a market somewhere, they have to, there's like maybe flooding. It will be a very bad day. So there's also that part of like different perspective to just one singular event.
And
Wow.
yeah, you never know what you get.
Yeah, yeah.
My mom one day, she told me, I gave birth to the body, known to your soul.
Oh, wow.
So whatever you may do, it's just your life.
It's your life.
And my job is to be your mother and to take care
Yeah.
of you. So
Yeah.
and I think that also resets with people will start to learn acceptance and resilience in their lives, and understanding that what you are going through right now, you are not going through this alone. Because if there was no everyone, you wouldn't have been going through that. You would have wanted another problem to create
Yes,
so that you could go through something. So we create our own problems and we are living in our own problem. But how do we understand mental health?
Yeah.
And how do we judge mental health? And how do we advocate for mental health? Because when you
Yes.
see in Uganda, there's only one hospital for mental health, for like a mental therapist,
Yes,
and so
yes.
it's in Butavika.
Yeah.
And when you look on the whole world, even it was in the new vision, some like 79% of Ugandans are mentally
They
ill.
are mentally
I
ill.
saw that on the newspaper, and you learn, you ask yourself
Well, actually,
why
they're like 1 in 4 people.
they.
Ugandans have
I have
depression.
depression, yeah. But how do you think these people live day by day, happily,
Yeah.
not killing each other, not committing
Yes.
suicide,
Suicide. Yeah.
not looking at their problem as their problem, but
Yes,
they
as their realities.
enjoy, they relax to live in it. But they also need to be sensitized to realize that yes, we are in the problem, though we accepted it.
Yes.
But then how do we deal with it? Because we normally accept everything when in the lockdown, when they said no more going out, everyone was not going out. Everyone was eating chicken. People, they
Yeah.
were showing off where they are not going out. Everyone is rich. And then,
Yeah.
so it's so much of stereotype. And when looking this in a European perspective or Western perspective, no one is rich, no one is poor. And
Wow.
the artists, they are not live, they don't all of the like, and when you see, when you can judge me, when you look on the scale of artists, when you look at the black artists worldwide, they have the same behavior
Yeah,
of
true.
living
Resilience,
lifestyle
living
and so
like
on,
even the art itself. It
attitude.
is loud and
Yeah.
bold.
And
Yeah.
then when you look at the Western culture of artists, they are really talent. They show their talent, but low, calming down. Okay, I am Justin Bieber, but I can still go walk on the street.
Yes.
Oh, because I really believe there are so many artists who are suffering mentally in
Yeah.
Uganda. So
Oh, a
many,
lot.
and that's why you
Yeah.
there's generations of artists and they cannot maintain the arts industry because
At
if
some point they lost it
they lost it
Yeah.
mentally. But now that, like you said, they have another consciousness. They have to protect and to keep this
Yes.
in publicity. This is my dignity. I have to be or chameleon or whatever. I have to show the people that I'm good. But mentally, when
They're struggling.
they are struggling and they don't know who to talk to, or because they are the voices of the people, so they need their voice
Yeah.
to chill and so on. And that's why we created that evening to also we hope to try to make it more evenings like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming. I think you need to do like a monthly sort of like thing because it was beautiful. That's to say the least. It was a beautiful experience. It was a healing experience being around, that kind of community. I'm just saying. So, so if when you talk about Soulscape and how it was formed and everything, what triggered you bringing in Soulscape, even when you had already a foundation with the street kids?
So I'll talk. I'll put this together with from the inside out. From the lockdown, as I said, when I come and I started trying to help some people back, giving back to the community.
Yes.
And then there was lockdown, so there was no any artistic space for any explosion. And for 20 years, and I saw so many artists who I used to see here, they have disappeared. They are seeking refuge in Western world and so on. Like so many people who used to be talented, like good dancers, they are not here anymore, or they started up to do different works, different businesses. And I chose to do to open up a safari company from a small money which I had, because I wanted to use my traveling experience to give more back to the people and to show people my country and my where I come from. And not in the way like you book a luxurious trip and then you go, you just sit in the car.
Authentic
Yeah.
thing.
So you get and local expert guided trip. Like you go into, you feel, you you smile like you are on a personal trip.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So when I created this company, I after some years I met Madame Nina
Yes.
from Germany,
Yes.
who was my client. She came in Uganda with Hassan was here because Hassan was working as a volunteer and in Uganda,
Yes.
and he knew me, so he asked me to take them on a safari
Yes.
with the mother and their other friends. Uh, I accepted and I drove them, and on my way driving them, I I love to communicate.
Yes.
Like like I said, it's a locally guided. Like you feel, you talk to someone. So we started exchanging questions and words, and she told me about her work. She told me she works in Alzheimer's Association with
Okay.
people with Alzheimer's, and I was like, yeah, Alzheimer's, I know, because I grew up listening the word Alzheimer's, but I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
even actually knew that Alzheimer's is something very
That
big
big, yeah.
and very important to someone's health.
Yes,
And
yes.
then she told me about dementia, which is another word, and then I got more lost. I was like, I really don't understand this, but you need to explain me more. So she
Yes.
explained to me about people living with forgetfulness, how they behave, and
Yes.
while you're telling me, and I'm driving, my mind was traveling, and I was like, we live in Africa, we live in Uganda here,
Yeah.
but there's no one even talking about mental health in a creative way,
Yes,
in because
yes.
it's easier to tell me that you are wrong, but it
Mm-hmm.
is more easy to show me
Show
that
you,
I'm wrong,
yes,
but
through
without you
movement.
telling me, so I can just
Yes.
feel like, because if I do
Get
like
your
this,
own
if I do like
judgment.
this, you will be like, oh, yes,
Forgotten
yeah, yeah,
something.
but then you will have that communication where you will also feel like, even me, sometimes I feel
I do
like,
that
yeah.
sometimes, yeah.
So maybe it's
There's
fine to
even that
communicate.
connection that
Yeah.
you feel,
Yeah.
yeah.
So uh, I realized that we have so much elderly people here,
Yeah.
and not only elderly people, but everyone in this country, they have isolated mental health, and
Yes.
it is something which is not a topic anywhere. It is something which no one talks about. Because for me, when she told me about dementia, it just opened up my whole mind about mental health in general in my country, because when someone has any kind of like when you talk about when you're talking to yourself,
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
have a problem.
Yeah.
When you some people, when you laugh, you have a problem. When you don't laugh, you have a problem.
Yeah.
Like every moment you do, you have a
Wow,
problem.
yes, yes.
And also people who just live on the street, they sleep, and then just this one is being bewitched, and then you see your grandparents growing up, forgetting things,
Yeah.
and then for you it's just for granted, you just be like, that's
He has
old
grown
people.
old, yes.
So I reflected more on this, and I was like, actually I also have dementia, because it is a disease which grows with you. That's why these people, they forget when they grow
Yeah,
up.
yes,
It
yes.
gets much worse, and even when it reaches to the position where they cannot even talk to themselves, where they look words to say,
Yeah.
where they struggle.
Can't remember
You can even meet
language.
them, or someone you meet them
Wow.
and there's your mother and he doesn't remember you, or he
Wow.
doesn't even know you. And in the Western world, they made this because they had so many old people, and they have so much facilities where people, they go in circles, they share, they talk, they have caregivers.
I think
They
some.
they encourage them to travel, so that they keep their mind connected. Even if they lose, they
Yeah.
don't lose too much, and that's why you can
Yeah.
meet a 100 older lady or man in Europe, when they have dementia,
Remember, yeah.
but they can
At least
pick
remember, yeah.
sometime, and then yeah.
Actually, when you talk about Alzheimer's and dementia and how you've been explaining it, I think because sometimes in Uganda, like we still have like that sense of community. So like, oh, your grandmother has, Alzheimer's, dementia. You let it be, and then you just say, let's just take care of her. You feed her. You do not know that she's actually struggling. You're
To
like,
remember,
it is old people's disease. It's old people's problem. It's not even seen as a
it's people,
disease.
it's human progress disease.
It's supposed to
Yeah,
happen
it's
when
supposed to
as you
happen.
age.
As
So
yeah.
and even I remember what I had like my great. I have like my great grandmother who sometimes she could behave like a child. She'd be like, me, I'm not going to eat. I'm waiting for so and so. You understand? She wanted a specific person. And for us used to think, and also used to be like, oh God, that's how I'm going to be when I grow older. Because I'm like, that's an old people behavior, and not knowing that it was actually a mental health challenge. But you see, like, that's the beauty of awareness, because now you start to know, you're like,
You take care of
it
yourself.
shouldn't be normal. There's a remedy for this. Wow.
Because not only old people, they're just like us. I believe even me or even you,
Yeah.
everyone,
Yes.
everyone has dementia. Because
Some form of
Alzheimer,
forgetfulness.
it's a diagnosis
Yeah.
disease.
Oh, okay.
Dementia, it is they grow like you, the name of you, like you're growing every day. So it is
It
something.
is the forgetfulness
Yes.
itself. Wow.
So it was very powerful to
To get
listen
to
to
know
listen
that.
this knowledge, and I was like, even because even me, I did the same thing. I was looking at old people, or
Yeah.
even also young people. You met them just
Yeah.
because they have a damage on something. Because
Some part of the brain.
and this disease gets more faster to hitting, and then you can see them uh, being lame, or you see someone
Oh,
paralyzed.
the
So
paralysis.
it
Yeah,
all
yeah.
starts from the
From the
from
brain
the
and the
brain
mind.
and the
Wow.
mind.
That's a
So,
beautiful
and that's why we will take the people
to know.
to the hospital, try to take your leg out, but
Stretch.
it's just there
But if the
because the
mind
mind
is,
is,
yeah.
yeah. If the mind tries to, and there are people who have been like that, and without any medication, and you see them
They're getting
slowly,
better.
yeah. So
Oh.
after listening from Nina, and then I came back to Kampala after the trip. I was think about it, and I thought about a theater production, because after the from the lockdown, I was not creating anything. So I was like, this would be a really good opportunity, even for me, to to create something for the community after
Yes.
this all time. I told her about the idea. I told her I would love to create a theater, theater piece
Yes, yes.
through your story, because I think it has so much people to touch and to listen,
Yeah.
and that we joined your professional nurse, because you're a nurse and your profession. This is a big knowledge, and you're putting it into an artist to
Yes,
create
yes.
something. That means it's like a Coca-Cola. I call you an artist and tell you this is our program, this is our
Yes.
idea.
Yes,
Create a
yes.
dance piece about it, and that was something which was so always easy for me to play with movements.
Yeah, yeah.
So I asked her to, because it took me like 8 months to produce this production.
Yes.
I went in Kenya and in Tanzania
Yes.
to start to do a research on us as African people, like in a different country,
Oh, to get the
and
African
I
perspective of
of
dementia.
dementia and
Oh,
mental health.
yeah.
So I could go in Arusha, or sorry, in Dar es Salaam, or somewhere I could sit. I watch people, or in a busy local town, I watch people. I go to an organization which works with the elderly people. They take me through them. They teach me about. I spend like 2 days with them to understand their challenges, how they behave when they
Wow.
are going through
I
these
love that you
challenges.
really put time and research in
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
how they feel while they are moving. So these moves were really important, because
Yeah.
I need to see someone who's struggling, what
How they
is how
behave,
they behave,
how their body moves.
yeah, so
Wow.
that I can also relate to it.
Yes,
And
yes.
then I did the same thing in Kenya, and I also went to one dance school in Tanzania. It's called Muda. I did like a 1 week rehearsal just by myself from what I was collecting around. So I was like, okay, I need to get a studio
Yeah.
before I go back to Kampala, so I don't forget my story. I put it into dancing
Yeah, as you're recording.
as I was recording.
Oh,
Yeah. So I got a
wow.
space. I was moving myself, and then and then I come back to Kampala. I found beautiful artists who were not really focused on money or anything, but
Yeah.
focused on who are living a social life as well. And I had to teach them about measure and
Yes.
to put
To
them into
interest
my
them in the
mind.
idea. Yeah.
And also took me like 1 month to before we started dancing,
Yeah. Yeah.
just to talk about it every day, to meet. We talk about mental
Oh.
health. They give me their perspectives. We talk about things, and then we collected one
Information.
production,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then we produced the production, which was 1 hour, and
Oh.
we performed it here at the National Theatre
Wow.
on the 23rd of July
July.
2023.
Wow.
So it was very powerful, and I got so much feedback from so many people and so many creatives, and they were like, wow, how do we do this again? Because each movement tells a story,
Yeah.
each story reflects on my story, and each story makes me feel like I'm on the stage with you. So from all of this feedback, I sat with Nena, and we discussed, and I told her, I really feel like this is not just a production for just a show. Now I feel like this is a movement,
Yeah. The
because
right word.
I
Yeah.
feel like there's so much demand. There's so much souls demanding for this.
For
Although we
awareness. Yeah.
we invested this, Nina, she invested in this production because we agreed. I didn't have that much money to do it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you can support my mind, I can support
So
your
that you
vision.
can relax, because you see, one thing that I know about creativity is that you need the pressure off of other
Financial
logistics.
thing, yeah.
You
And
just need to
focus,
concentrate.
yeah. And that's why artists, they have a
Wow.
problem where
Yeah.
they need to think about money
Money and what
without
have.
without a manager, without,
Yeah.
because
True.
when you get, that's why there are these funds or uh, funds they give from a different organization, so
Yeah.
that they give artists money or something,
Yes. Because
so that
they
it's
understand
concentrated
on their
on their
creativity and their
creativity
art.
and on
Wow.
their art. So
Yes.
this was beautiful, and then we spent more time,
Yeah.
and we wanted to show this premiere. Oh, we had some challenges with some people and so on, but everything is part of life. And I thought we talked with Nina to start to do a movement, and how can we call that movement?
Yeah.
So we come up with a name called Soulscape,
Soulscape. Wow.
an institute of creative arts and mental
Yes.
well-being. So
Wow.
it's more of creating awareness and creating collaboration. And our vision, our aim is to create a community. And we want people to join us. We want to join people. We want to every artist who can do something which is for the community.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you don't need to have money, but when you talk to me and another artist, there is always a way where we can make something. You know, we can, because if I can come and I say to fellow artists, I want to do a production about this, but I have no money, and it really fits in their vision and they would love to do it, I'm pretty sure there is always a way, even when you start dancing in a small room, because I
Yes.
started
Yes.
dancing in a small room to this
Yes.
production. But then the more people hear about this, the more people
Mm.
get interested, and the more people
Yes.
say, okay, we would love to invite you to come to Germany. We would love to invite you to come to this community to do an outreach, to
Yes.
teach people, not to teach, but
To
to
inform,
inform,
to express
to express
actually.
your feelings, like to join a
Yeah.
community together,
Yes.
because that is one of our our vision,
Values.
to
Yes.
value our
Vision.
vision, to collect vision, to collect communities through collaborations,
Yes.
through teaching caregivers, through creating community workshops, creative workshops, dance workshops, through creating a festival, because I have a vision to do the first mental health arts festival in Uganda,
Wow. Wow.
because it's not there, and
I've not had one.
if we do something like we did there, and
Yes.
it's in the
Yes.
big of a scale festival, and you invite artists from different countries in Africa, that
That
really
would be
brings more
beautiful. Yeah.
kind of knowledge to
to
share
to the awareness of mental
yeah,
health.
and from different perspective. Yeah. So until now, we are still working, owning or striving with Soulscape, looking for connections, looking for people like you, for
Yes.
this opportunity to share our vision, to share,
Yes.
even just to talk about daily life.
Wow. Actually talking about Inside Out and also like how it came about, the research that you did in all of these different countries, the people that you met, those that were struggling probably with dementia, or those that were not struggling. What has it taught? Which values has it taught you as an individual?
Um, as an individual, I believe we are all, how is what this is, we are all, how do you call it for someone who's, I forgot this word. English is a problem.
No, you can say it in Luganda, in
Even in Luganda,
Munyankole,
it is a feeling.
eh,
But
or you can explain it.
can you repeat your question again? Then maybe it
Like
can come.
you having all of these different experiences in all of these different countries that you go into, the people that you have met, how has dementia how has that experience going into these countries, how has it made you, how has it had some impact on you, maybe in how you see the world?
Yeah, I think I got the word that I didn't get lost.
Yes.
I think we're all like when you have nothing to lose.
Yes.
When you're all, when you feel like we are all living in the same bubble, and we are living in the same, not same communities, but we have all the same mindset. And no matter where you go, you will see Kenyan people, they will behave like Ugandan people. The Kenyan people, they like everyone.
Like we are all
We
human
are
beings,
all
we are all
human
one.
beings, but we have a difference of our mindset, and which is a
Our
powerful thing.
experiences. Wow.
The way we experience our emotions and our mind,
The
or
thought process.
yeah. So, and I feel we are all more like very
Like your environment, the environment that you grow in affects how you behave, and it affects how you see the world.
yes.
Yes.
And it also affects your vision on what you would love to change in your world.
Oh, there is a way how maybe you've had a certain struggle, and then you're like, I struggled with this. I do not want someone else to
It's just
struggle with it. So how can I bring change to make sure that they do not get this experience?
yes, because when you bring that change, it will also help you to not feel that same anymore. Because
Oh.
when you change something, you
You're
change
erasing.
yourself.
Yes. Oh wow,
Because
that's true.
it's change you make, you
That's
like when you
true.
make the road for people, you're making it for you as
For
well.
yourself as well. That's
When
amazing.
you're driving a car for everywhere,
When you're driving, everyone that is on board is moving
it's
with you.
also you.
They're not walking.
Yeah, even when even when you're having a conversation with you, it's also
Yeah.
me. So we have to think about
Wow.
us, because there are some people who talk and they don't even realize that
They're
they,
impacting.
they don't see you. Like someone
Yeah.
could just come and talk, and people like, are you seeing me or you're talking to someone else?
Yeah. You're like, oh, is it me? Yeah, because
But
of how they're talking. Yeah.
because of how they're talking and how they're, but
Oh.
that acceptance, oh,
Knowing that we have everything that we do has an impact.
I got the word. The word is called vulnerable.
Oh yeah.
We are all vulnerable.
Yes.
Like from all my travels,
Yes.
I just everywhere I just felt very vulnerable. No matter in
Yes.
upper class or lower class,
Yes.
because why vulnerable? Because you cannot deal with everyone's mindset, and there's always something happening, and there's always you yourself, like I said, to communicate to yourself, to tell yourself
Yeah.
that we need to change this, we need to change this. Yeah.
Wow.
So I think now I got my word. It's
The word is vulnerable. That was how that was
vulnerable.
lost. Wow. When we talk about your work in addressing, memory, identity, masculinity, and social justice, uh, obviously through the work that you do with street kids, and I don't want to call them street kids. I don't know why it's still in my tongue. Someone said, that's it's the magna it puts us down, but working okay with
But it's their
communities,
label. It's a good
they have no problem with it, but working with communities of people that live on the
social
streets,
social neglected communities.
socially neglected communities, working with those. How are these conversations important? The conversations that they have, the conversations that you've just told me about, of how you struggled there, of how you overcame, how are they important to the general population? For example, if you meet just anyone, how do you think they should be important? Why are they important?
Like, thank you so much. I would start to say that every story is deserve to be heard.
Yes,
Every
absolutely.
every story, no matter what kind of story, every story deserves to be heard, and everyone has a right to tell their story.
Yes, true.
So
Said something very
it is
profound. Everyone has a right
to tell their
to
story.
be heard and to tell their story.
So it's a mandatory for me to feel like um, I have an emotion. Like I said, I grew up in this kind of lifestyle,
Yes, yes.
and I tested a different lifestyle. I'm not living on the street anymore. I'm not rich, but I'm wealth,
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
I could be so proud of myself. With the people with the small circle I have around me, which
Yes.
protects me and feed me with this wealth. So um, I would really, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
think
it's okay.
I'm feeling too
It's like
much
you have
now.
some cough, and and also you traveled,
Uh,
all of that
I'm sorry,
going.
but it's we
But
can keep.
then, what do you think? What does awakening mean to you?
Awakening means to be real, to be to realize, to be aware,
To be aware, to know what's
to
actually
know
happening.
what's happening
You
behind
know,
the world.
there was a certain time in my life where I did not have that awakeness until because most people that are awakened have gotten a mental health challenge somewhere. Do you believe that?
I believe that.
Because you get to realize, you get to have emotions that a prisoner could have, the despair of wanting to get out of a certain situation and not being able to,
To
that
handle.
depression, probably maybe forgetting something, and then it awakens you of getting out of your own reality and also looking into the shoes of someone else. I believe that is, awakening for me. But we've already spent our time.
Yeah, it's
We have a lot to talk
okay.
about. We have really a lot to talk about, but I want us to just have like a play. But before we go for like a small play, please talk to a creative out there that is, especially in the art that you're doing, especially the dance art. Encourage them, give them hope, tell them something to give them hope. Yes, please.
Hello, dance artists. There's a dancer and a dance artist because everyone is a dancer. You're a dancer.
Oh, interesting.
Everyone is every
Anyway,
time you
yeah,
move.
you move more. Okay, yeah, yeah, true.
So to all the dance artists, I believe you should use your art or your vision to tell a story because the world buys a story. They don't buy movements. Each story you make, it impacts someone. Now I remember when asked me, why should I talk about this? Because if we don't talk about, if I talk about something, I don't know who wants to hear it. You know, I don't know how they're gonna feel because even me, I see movies and I see them playing about my life, but I was not there when they were,
When they were making the movie.
or even poems or music, and you feel so much connected. And in fact, you just hear this song on the road walking, and then you're like, "Mukama jakala vererange," and then someone you feel like, oh man, I wanted
Yes.
something to
To
depend on and
depend on,
to
yeah.
make me
Be
feel like
with
I'm
me.
also heard, even though
Yes.
I don't speak. So
Yes.
the more you tell your story,
Mm.
the more you connect to someone. It
Mm.
doesn't have to be important because not everyone is important,
Mm.
you know, and
Wow.
it's just a way forward for an artist to know that how uh, to make this story
Mm.
from what you do, and what you do,
Mm.
it's gonna create what you want to see
Mm.
in the future.
Mm.
Yeah, and for me, I chose to do the African traditional contemporary dance, and I went back last year. I went back in Senegal to do my master certificate in African traditional dance
Wow.
and choreographing,
Wow.
and it was also another spiritual journey of
Mm.
movement, of seeing people just there talking like someone is
Mm.
dancing, but it's
It's expression. It's
it's an
deeper.
yeah,
It's
you can
deeper than what.
you look and just be like,
Yes.
wow.
Mm.
If you could see me perform, or
Mm.
if you would see Walter or
Yes.
Jonas,
Yes.
or
Yes.
there are so many good
Mm.
artists here who were doing good performances and so on.
Wow. Wow.
So I believe it's, as an artist, please have a conversation with yourself,
Mm.
with what, if you learn how to have a conversation with yourself, you can have a full control of
Mm.
your creative and your vision.
Mm.
So let's all change the world, and let's all bridge culture, and let's all
Mm.
create a bridge whereby we can all meet in the middle, and
Yes.
we can all not challenge each other but find
Mm.
solutions
For
from
each
each
other.
other. Yeah.
Wow. We are actually on the last part and our last segment of our conversation,
Yes, sir.
and I've had a lot to learn, and I've had a lot of introspective and insight on the things that you have said. But
Yes, thank you.
let's close with there's a game. This one, it's like a game, but it's called rapid fire. So I'm going to ask a question and then you answer like so because you're
Quick, faster,
dancing,
faster, faster.
faster. That's when I do like this. I'm saying time is out. So this will be my steps. Okay, coffee, tea,
Coffee,
sneakers or office shoes,
office shoes,
t-shirt, vest.
vest.
All right, I was going to say hair, but already you're going to say hair, obviously. Using road, using
Air.
Okay. Doing your creativity here or doing it in
Here.
European country. Okay, another one. Nah, the time is gone. Wow, you have made it really interesting because you've not overthought. You've not overthought this and this and this.
Thank
But
you so
oh
much.
my goodness, we have had an amazing time with Athilai.
Ah.
I try to remember the name
Yeah,
because it's unique.
it's
It's
right,
a
yeah,
unique
it's
name.
right, it's right.
Yes,
It's
we've had an
right.
amazing time with Athilai here today in studio, and we've had an amazing conversation. I hope you have picked something so important and so amazing. Talking about community, talking about vulnerability, and you accepting sometimes the journey and the story that you're having. You remembering where you came from and then giving back to your community. I think for me that one stood out for me. Awareness, mental health awareness, Alzheimer's awareness, dementia awareness. Keep talking, keep having these conversations with your people, in your family, in your community, at your workplace, because mental health affects all of us. As Athilai has said, that everyone has a mental health challenge. No one is actually safe from mental health or mental wellness. And I'm going to request Athilai to say his last greetings so that we can say goodbye.
Um, I thank you so much, Madam Jacqueline, for having this kind
Thank
of
you as well.
resilience mind and putting all of this together. And
Thank you as well.
I'm very proud and happy that I'm here.
Yes.
And I hope that we do so much, and I hope that we invite, even we take this in the community, like in the open society where people they are
If you scholars shall come running.
there, where people are there, we can sit and everyone can,
Yes.
we can just ask
Like a
this,
fireside in conversation. Wow.
with these people.
Wow.
And as well, thank you, Nina. That is my partner. I'm working with in Soulscape, and I wish that we all make it to make a change that you want to see, but not there is no bigger change than the change of your mind, your mindset.
True.
Because when you change your mindset, the way you think, your mental health, you can change a lot about your surrounding and community. So let's all be keen to our mental health. Let's be all be aware. Or let's awaken others around us, because, like I said, some people when they get awakened, they have a problem just because they fail to communicate with themselves. You can be awakened and then you are scared of the
awakening.
awakening. But when you reconcile with yourself and be like, okay, I cannot do this, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe so yeah. Because every problem which is here, we create it and it's our own problem. So we cannot run it out unless we die. So you cannot work, you cannot just work every day to change something. Yeah, the first thing you need to change something, like I said, have this conversation on your house, talk to your people around you in an open way. Try to ask each other how you are, if someone is okay.
Yes.
You know, because it's very beautiful also to get someone to check up on you sometime. Thank you so much.
And you guys, until we meet next time, Atla and I say,